So here we are standing at the back of the church. It's a very rough and rugged area, but I'm currently standing in the middle of what will be a double-story building with 2 halls that will provide us with plenty of space for the youth to meet, plenty of space for our ever-expanding children's church to meet as well, with also plenty of storage space for all the many things that need to get put away and stored, etc., etc. It's going to be a beautiful, big building, lots of space, so much potential. So we're standing now on the side of the church building, and I'm currently walking in what will be our new toddlers room. This will be a space where moms and dads can look after their children while still engaging in the church service. There'll be bathrooms, there'll be places to change the children, places where mothers can feed their babies, and it will just be a really, really wonderful, beautiful space where families can still be connected and engaged. Much bigger than our current toddlers room. It will replace the one that we have inside. It's going to run down the whole length of this church building, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So I'm really, really excited about being around the front of the church here where we are at the moment. This whole road that you're all very familiar with that runs around the front of the church is going to become our new foyer. Can you imagine this whole space as you look around, this whole space where people can just hang out, drink coffee, chat, connect. It'll be a beautiful space just for us as a community, as a church family to just be together with each other. And it's going to run down the entire length of the front of the church. It's going to be really, really incredible. If you look over on this side here, this will be our amphitheater heading out here into the grass area. We'll have an amphitheater kind of stand happening over there where we're able to do outside meetings, outside events. These pillars and columns will be gone and will be replaced by this beautiful foyer with big, massive open doors that are very inviting for people to come in and be a part of what God is doing here at Freedom Gate. So right now I'm still standing in our new foyer, but we're going to move inside the building now and see what changes are going to take place inside. Let's head in. So the worship team is very excited about what I'm about to tell you, and I'm sure you will be too. Our existing stage behind me is wonderful and beautiful, but we're looking forward to enlarging it even more and giving us more space on the stage to be able to do things like dramas and dances and have a better setup when it comes to our musicians and the way they're laid out on stage. You'll see right behind me, we've got 2 offices that come off the back of the stage. Those are going to be gone and knocked out to create a larger stage space, and it's going to be just really awesome what we'll be able to do once we have that extra space to work with. So let's also move around and take a look behind me over here. We have our existing area up here, our balcony. A lot of people have often asked us, what's happening up there? Do we have a balcony? And it's always been the plan to get a balcony up there. Really looking forward to be able to actually doing that and having more space for people to be able to be inside our building. And then off over here, our existing toddler's room and mother's room, that's going to be knocked out to give us more space for chairs. And on that side, our wonderful, faithful kitchen that has served us so well over the years will be removed, and the kitchen will move outside the building, as I'll show you just now. So directly behind me, we currently have admin offices as well as bathrooms. That building is going to get knocked down completely and will become our new kitchen, replacing the kitchen inside our main building. The kitchen will be able to serve our coffee shop area, as well as all the many functions and many events that will be taking place in this space. So in this courtyard between our 2 existing buildings, this is going to be our new coffee shop. It's going to be a vibrant space where us as a church family can gather and connect after church on Sundays, and also during the week where the community at large can also come together, hang out together, build relationships and friendships together. When I think about the amount of relationships and friendships that will be built over coffee or over hot chocolate or whatever it may be, sitting around tables right here where I'm standing right now. So let's take a walk into our existing children's church area, our Arrow Kids space, and just see what's going to be happening in here. Lots of exciting changes. As you're well aware, we have a space problem when it comes to children. A lot of children and not enough space, and it's a beautiful, beautiful problem. We don't want the children ever to feel like there's no space for them, but we want to increase the space, increase the area, so that they can come here, they can learn about Jesus, and really become arrows that are shot off into the world. And so this is the existing area, and we're going to more than double this space. We're going to lift the ceiling up and more than double this area, so it'll become a much larger hall where children can meet and can gather. And so really excited about that. If you carry on walking with me, and we'll head through that door outside over there, you'll see just how far it's going to extend. So the building's going to extend out and just carry on extending and carry on extending And we can see we've got a cabin here. The cabin's going to have to go. The building will carry on extending. We'll come all the way out to somewhere around here. And that's just a super exciting thing, just to be able to just enlarge the area where children can meet and where other events and functions can take place. So while we're out here, the building will extend out towards the bottom cabin down that side. And what's also amazing is that we're going to, on top of the children's church area, we're going to build a office block space where children can meet on Sundays in different spaces, where people can meet together during the week and have prayer and counseling together. There'll be a space where people can train in their musical equipment and other talents and other giftings that God has given them. A lot of different spaces and places where we were able to be church and do church life together, grow and be equipped for all that God has called us to. Really, really excited about that. So there you have it. I hope that gives you some feel of something of the scope of the dream that we have as a church. Behind me, as you can see, our existing church building with the children's church on the side is going to more than double in size with the expansion project. With all these extensions and all these additions that we're going to add, it'll be a much larger building, a much larger space in which we're able to do so much more for the sake of Kingdom Advance. We have to remember with all of this, it's all about Jesus. It's all about His gospel. It's not about a building. You and I are the church, but we have a place where we can meet, a place where we can gather, a place where the nations can come from all over the world and come and meet with Jesus, come and encounter His goodness, come and encounter His love. I'm so excited when I just think about the healings that are going to take place, the people who are going to give their lives to the Lord, the children who are going to discover the love of God for the first time, the families that are going to be reunited, the marriages that are going to be restored. I think about young people who are going to meet other young people, boys meeting girls and getting married and having beautiful families that represent the kingdom. There's so much that's going to be taking place on this property, and it's a super, super exciting thing. God is not done with us. The best is yet to come. And I was just thinking, about 35 years ago, a wonderful group of faithful people stood behind me in where our existing building is right now, in the mud, in the rain and in the mud, and they prayed that this building would come into existence. And today we get to take it to the next level. We get to stand on their shoulders. Their ceiling becomes our floor, and we get to pray that God will take what we have and will expand it and enlarge it for the generations to come, so we can create a space and create a place for Him to come and move by His Spirit. So let's pray into that. Let's encourage each other. Let's get behind this. Let's do our part to partner together to make this a reality.